Miller. Číslo 59, number 59, Lukas Štěli. Číslo 28, number 28, Gregory Blendler. Číslo 52, number 52, Fabian Honetwas. Číslo 97, number 97, Patrick Videli. Číslo 3, number 3, Alessio Fajna. Číslo 99, number 99, Steve Comer. Číslo 87, number 87, Rafael Neliger. Číslo 65, number 65, Yannick Miller. Číslo 66, number 66, Mario Pauki. Číslo 71, number 71, Chris Rettenberger. Číslo 77, number 77, Matthew Schultman. Číslo 33, number 33, Yannick Sterky. A číslo 67, number 67, Ives Štagy. Trenérem týmu The Head Coach of the Team is Tibor Kapánek. Sestavu portugalského národního týmu. Let me introduce the players of Team Portugal. Číslo 35, number 25, Justin Cruz. Číslo 29, number 29, Daniel Pereira. Číslo 21, number 21, Arlindo Aragao. Číslo 93, number 93, Adam Pereira. Číslo 91, number 91, Grace Cerqueira. Číslo 57, number 57, Brian Fredo. Číslo 88, number 88, Chris Fredo. Číslo 27, number 27, Ryan Leal. Číslo 24, number 24, Jason Queiroga. Číslo 77, number 77, Danny Roca. Číslo 26, number 26, Justin Cabral. Číslo 17, number 17, Pedro Cabral. Číslo 16, number 16, Eric Camara. Číslo 7, number 7, Brian Carvalho. Číslo 79, number 79, Matthew Davis. Číslo 43, number 43, Paul Dalton. Číslo 10, number 10, Jeff Young. Číslo 11, number 11, Marco Gonzalez. Číslo 86, number 86, Matthew Leal. Číslo 9, number 9, Dustin Macbeth. Číslo 80, number 80, Tony Monteiro. Číslo 19, number 19, Ricardo Perez. Číslo 18, number 18, Joe Montes. Číslo 97, number 97, Nicolas Sendra. The head coach of Team Portugal, trenér portugalské Alex Ololetis. šlo oba České republiky. Radek Koskuba and Radek Šula, both referees are from Czech Republic.
And we welcome you inside Tipsport Arena one more time this morning for a game in the A2 group between Portugal and Switzerland. Both these teams coming off losses in their opening games. Switzerland lost their opening game 6-0 to the host Czech Republic team. Portugal had a tough game yesterday. They played the United States, played them really close. Ended up losing that game 3-1. The game came down to a couple of penalties in the third period. Portugal took 2 penalties in the third period. The game was tied 1-1. The United States had a 5-on-3, scored on that, and then scored on the 5-on-4 to win it 3-1. That was the only difference in that game. So both teams 0-1. Switzerland in the red and white. Portugal in the, what do we call that? Teal? Sea green? Foam green? The darker jerseys. All right, we are underway. Portugal, Switzerland. Mermoud on the far side will clear it in for Switzerland. Back to pick it up. Quiroga for Portugal. Quiroga battling down low for the ball. And there was Mario Yanni for Switzerland. Coming up with it, Quiroga. Starting goaltenders, by the way, Stefan Sidler for the Swiss. Daniel Medeiros for Portugal. Justin Cruz played in goal for Portugal yesterday, had a terrific game against the United States. They've got 2 good goalkeepers, so they'll use them both in the first 2 games. Shot in on goal, goes wide. Medeiros will play it in around behind the goal. Stolen there by Switzerland. Stuckey had it for just a moment. Now taken back by Quiroga. Up ahead, long pass, good one for Matthew David. He had a strong game against the U.S. yesterday. David turning in the corner. Plays it back at the point. Carrera to Sequeira, and the shot goes wide. All in behind the goal. David battling in there. Now comes up along the boards. And it'll be a glove pass, so the ball will come outside the blue line. Second of 6 games we have on tap for you today. Earlier today, Cayman Islands defeated Hong Kong in a shootout. The game that the Cayman Islands had led 3-0 in the first period. Hong Kong came back to tie it up. Eventually, Cayman Islands won it, as I say, in a shootout. Ball cleared down the floor. Cerqueira back in his own end, up towards the blue line, out at center. The ball touched somebody at the Portuguese bench, so we will get a face-off in the center floor area. Roca played it to Leal, and then Leal around to the far side where they'll work along the board so you can come up with it. It is Portugal down the floor. Played away by Sidler. Back down in deep. On at first for Switzerland was Yannick Mueller. Breakaway pass, too far. It'll be a flooring call against Switzerland.
Icing.
Paul Duarte for Portugal. Came in to take the face-off. Won by Switzerland. They'll get it down the floor. Danny Roca up through the middle. Finds Montero. Chipped in by Duarte. They'll call it offside at the Swiss blue line. Slow start to this one. 2:38 gone. No scoring chances to speak of at this point. Rafael Mellinger will take the face-off for Switzerland up against Joe Pontes from Portugal. Switzerland have it mid-floor. Dumped in by Stuckey. Back out. Got past the player at the point, hustling back there. Alexander Mermoud has it taken away by Macbeth, Dustin Macbeth. Down and along the boards. He's hit hard. That's going to be a penalty. And Mermoud is shaken up. Sorry, that's Macbeth who's shaken up. Number 9. He plays it down to the corners. Mermoud who put the lick on him. Hard shoulder on shoulder and maybe an elbow to the head thrown in. And Macbeth went down hard. Maybe a better look at it here. Macbeth still down. That was a hard check. This game can get physical at times. There is a lot of body contact, although checking technically not allowed. This happens with 3:10 left to go. Sorry, 3:10 gone here in the first period. Macbeth still down now. Looks like he may be getting to his feet. He does, and he gets a round of applause from the fans here at the Tip Sport Arena. So the face-off will stay in the Swiss end of the floor. And a power play for Portugal. Cerqueira shot went wide. One-timer also fired wide by Montero. Trying to hold it in. Good job by Chris Creador. He'll let it go. Cerqueira off to the boards for Montero. Ball went out of play. Face-off will stay inside the Swiss zone. Goaltender Stefan Sidler. Duarte winning the face-off for Portugal. Cerqueira across. Fanning on it was Duarte. Back at the point, Cerqueira, Montero. Montero with this shot. Again, it is blocked. Good job by Dapan to block that shot. Once again, the ball goes out of play. Here's the shot coming up from Montero. Dapan, oh, this is the play where they try to go cross and right between the feet of Duarte. Justin Cabral to take the face-off for Portugal. Cabral won it. Camara. Back at the red line, comes back to Camara. Now he'll play it down and low in the middle of the circle. Out in front and missing. No, he doesn't miss. Thought that missed the open net, but he got it. Matthew David talked about he had a strong game against the United States and off to a good start here. As you watch Portugal, they start on the right side. They'll swing it quickly to the left side, and a great one-timer by Matthew David just buries it down low right along the floor. Not much chance for Sidler there. See him looking around. There's the pass, and before he can react, the ball is in the back of the net. .4:14 is the time of the goal. Matthew David, a power play goal for Portugal. Right in front, they tip it home. Another goal for Portugal. They lead it 2-0. Hang on now, the referee is discussing this. The two officials will get together. Now it's going to stand. It is 2-0. Two quick goals right from the boards to the front of the goal. And standing in front of the goal to tip it home. Looks to be number 91, Chris Cerqueira. Oh, beautiful. Behind the back. Looks even better from that angle. Get a really good look at how he managed to score that. Chris Cerqueira, a beautiful tip in. 2-0 Portugal. Agutter back at the point. He lost it. Ryan Leal for Portugal. Gave it up to Matthew David. David trying to get away, pinned against the boards over there by Matthew Schlidneck. Cabral, long shot, wide of the goal. Mueller leaves it back for Agutter. Swiss, they'll try the Hail Mary pass down the floor. A little bit ambitious. It'll be a flooring call against Switzerland. 5:26 gone, opening period already. 2-0 for Portugal. Again, that's Paul Duarte. He will come in to take the face-off against Steve Humer of Switzerland. Right from the face-off, a shot on goal. Save made by Sidler. On it down in the corner is Arago. Arago circling the goal, gets it out in front, comes back all the way to center. Played back in again by Portugal. Huber up along the boards. Again, Switzerland will try that long breakout pass. Picked off. Montero to Arago. Right down to Sidler, and he's not going to take any chances. He'll hold on to it. Oh, Portugal early in this one. They lead it 2-0. Swiss yet to score a goal in this championship. Right from the face-off again to Montero. That one did not get through. But again, Portugal control. Good pass. Back to Riego. Now it's knocked out. And it's Quiroga for Portugal. Ball goes down to Sidler. Kohler. Pascal Kohler. On the left side, brought in by Switzerland. Mario Yanni in behind the goal. Yanni working against Chris Criador. Yanni still with it. Back at the point, shot well wide of the goal. Ball comes here on the near side. Switzerland are on it, comes right into Medeiros. May have deflected a little bit off defenseman Dustin McBeth, who's back in the game after being shaken up earlier. And Medeiros has got it, doesn't give up a rebound. Mario Yanni, good shift that time for Switzerland. Alexander Fana wins the face-off for Switzerland. Back at the point, kept in there by Agater. To the side of the goal, Medeiros poke checking at it. The ball is still there in that pile in front. Finally, Medeiros finds it, covers it up. Exactly 7 minutes gone. First period. Face-off, it comes towards the blue line, and Portugal will bring it out. Turning is Gallant. Gallant with a shot. Sidler may have gotten the left pad down and got a piece of it. Bouncing ball right down to Medeiros. He will play it. Long pass up ahead for Camara. In behind the Swiss goal. Back there first is Agater. Portugal changing, Swiss taking their time. Agater. Depan got it as far as the blue line, held in. It's Matthew David. He'll get it back. A nice little give and go. David with a shot is tipped in front. They score. Ricardo Perez. David set him up beautifully right in front of goaltender Sidler, and all he had to do was tip it home. Nice little play at the blue line to get the ball to David, and then Perez from his knees, a la Sidney Crosby, will score the third goal for Portugal. Just a perfect pass, and what a job by Perez to stretch out, drop down, and an early timeout being taken by Switzerland. Now they announced the timeout for Portugal. That would be puzzling. I could see Switzerland after giving up those 3 quick goals. But here in the stadium they announced timeout Portugal. Under 8 minutes into the first period, Portugal has struck 3 times. Ball is cleared in, offside at the blue line.
Time 7:52. Goal for Team Portugal, scored by number 79.
They're announcing that last goal as Matthew Davids. Clearly it wasn't. It was David who made the pass to Perez. Tripping call against Portugal. Justin Cabral right from that face-off. Right there as he reaches out. Trips up Mario Yanni. Switzerland, their first power play opportunity. Right from the face-off, a quick shot from Alessio Faina. Off the stick and out. They're going to debate whether it was tipped by a Portuguese player. They're saying no, it wasn't, so the face-off will come outside the blue line. Late change by the Portuguese as Arago comes on. Faina over to Mueller. One-timer whipped wide off the stick of Patrick Dobelli. Off the post, it's still in the blue paint. Net is knocked off. How close could you come? The shot came in again from Faina. Madero's got a little piece of it. Then it hit the post behind him. Can't see it there, but that ball was just sitting there. There it is, the blue paint. And it's actually the Swiss player who seems to knock the net off. They got it right. The referee spotted it. Face-off will come outside the blue line. Faina thought he'd scored. Did not get in. Ball goes out of play. Right from the face-off. Dobelli won the face-off for the Swiss. Mueller down along the boards will leave it there for Yannick Mueller. Faina. One-timer, Mueller wide. Got Mark and Yannick Mueller out there. Faina. Mueller, save made by Medeiros, and a diving play by Arlindo Arago to save a goal there for Portugal. Slap shot wide. Chopped down the ice, and a good play by Carrera. Swiss quickly in over the blue line, cutting towards the goal. Trying to get it back out in front. It does come out in front. Loose ball back at the point. The Swiss will keep it in. Mellinger. Raphael Mellinger. He's got it along the boards. Back to Stuckey. Stuckey with the one-timer. Deflected wide. On it quickly. Quiroga doesn't get it out. Stuckey. Blocked. Ball doesn't get through. It's right there and cleared away by the Portuguese. Kept in. Mellinger in front. Shot wide from Mario Yanni. Penalties over. We're back to even strength. Right to the front of the goal. Medeiros looked around him. Went in behind the goal. Creador has it behind the goal for Portugal, up around the boards. Long breakout pass right on the stick. Put wide by Cabral. What a pass. Cabral was sent in all alone. And a great pass. Duarte for Portugal. Duarte, watched by Kohler. Back at the point. Shot hits inboards and hits the back of the net, and Switzerland can't get it out. Kept in by Ryan Leal, but they're saying he closed his hand on the ball. Look at this pass here. 1-2 bounces and right on the stick of Cabral. Tried to go far side, just missed. Didn't miss by much either, as you can see on that angle. Arago will clear it out and out of play. Face-off will stay in the Portuguese end. 11:23 gone first period, 3-0. For Portugal, Swiss came close on their power play but couldn't beat Medeiros. One shot hit the post. Again, a clean face-off win. Shot from Agater went wide. Arago lost it right in front. Agater robbed by Medeiros. Swiss keep it in. Tipped wide. Arago off the boards. Can't get it out. Ball was misplayed and Portugal will bring it out. They're in over the blue line. He'll drop it off. Duarte. Montero. Creador. Duarte. And Calvis is out in front. Knocked down and cleared out by Stuckey. Stuckey off the end boards. Comes right back out again. Stuckey was looking for that deflection. Mellinger's pass was off the mark. Portugal all the way around up to their own blue line. Kicked away. Creador. Looking for Gallant. Jeff Gallant. Sterkey was on him. But Gallant's got it. Gallant threw it out in. That's actually Gallant moving out in front. Leal. Matthew Leal cutting in front to the backhand. Lost the handle. Mellinger up ahead, tried to get it to Stolly. Switzerland on it again here in the corner, right down below us. Mario Yanni. Ball comes out, player knocked down, and that'll be a penalty to Portugal. Charging will be the call. Eric Camara knocked down the Swiss player. Here's that chance in front. A good poke check, actually. Give credit to the goalkeeper, Sidler. And as it comes out towards the blue line, there's the hit by Camara that draws the penalty. Swiss back on the power play. Their first one looked pretty good. They didn't score, but came oh so close. Got right on goal. Medeiros makes a save. Fine has had 4 or 5 good chances from that blue line area. Hasn't been able to beat Medeiros. One time he almost did. Went off Medeiros, off the post, and came back out. Mark Mueller out there on the power play. Along with Dobelli, Fena. Fena, Mueller, right in the crease, and somehow Yannick Mueller put it wide from 2 feet in front. Slap shot blocked. It's again pile up in the crease. Still loose. Swiss digging. As long as that ball is loose, that's okay. Dobelli with the initial shot. Dana over to Mueller's one just a moment ago. Mueller's shot is blocked. And then, well, this is the same one from the other angle. Mueller right on goal, saved by Medeiros, and then off to the corner. And from a third angle. This is the one I was talking about. Dobelli's shot right here. It causes mad scramble in front of the goal. Finally, the whistle went. Play is underway here. And Swiss on the power play. Mellinger. Sterke. Save made by Medeiros, who's been very good in this period. Yanni with a shot from a sharp angle. Another save made by Medeiros. On it was Slidnik. Back of the point. Stuckey. Shot on goal. Again, Medeiros, who's been very good in this period. Swiss have had their chances. Mellinger with a chance. Steps into the high slot, gets the wrist shot away. A lot of traffic in front. Medeiros saw it and held on to the rebound. 36 seconds to go in the opening period. It's 3-0 Portugal, but Switzerland have certainly had their chances. Their power play has looked very good. Penalty's now over, by the way, to Portugal, so we're back to even strength. That's correct, that there's still 37 seconds left to go in that penalty. So Swiss still on their power play. Mellinger up top. Mueller shot wide around the boards. Swiss on it first. And Stahli. Mueller's shot tipped away. Creador battling over there for Portugal, trying to get it out. Kept in. Swiss have it in chance. Wide open goal, and Lucas Stahli scores for Switzerland. 9 seconds to go in the penalty, so that power play, which we said has looked very good, finally connects. After all those chances, great pass, all in, lone in front. Stahli and Switzerland get their first goal of these championships. Comes with just 2 seconds left to go in the period. A huge goal for Team Switzerland. Nothing Medeiros could do about that. So a little life for the Swiss. Well, see if they can carry that momentum over into the second period. They ran 1 second off the clock. They were talking about putting it back up, but they'll just hold it for a count of 1. And then the horn goes. Pretty entertaining first period of hockey. All Portugal early, but on the strength of a couple of power plays, Switzerland regained a little bit of momentum. At the end of 15 minutes of play, Portugal leads Switzerland 3-1. We'll be back in just under 10 minutes with the second period of this game from Pardubice, in the heart of the beautiful Czech Republic.
Score after the first period game of Hokejbal championship between teams Portugal and Switzerland is 3-1.
Garantí mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Ministerstvo školství, mládeže a tělovýchovy, agentura Czech Turismu, Pardubický kraj, statutární město Pardubice, generálními partnery mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Česká podnikatelská pojišťovna a Firex Technology. Hlavní partneři mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou JTech, KYB Manufacturing, PlayStation, služby města Pardubice, Battery Shop, Pardubice Sports Center, 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 6 fault. Quiz, Marhold, AML Holding, Radegast, stavební firma Jičmínek, Czech Insurance Agency, Nissan Auto In. Partnery Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu jsou Sabe, Střída Sport, Merch 53, Fischer Hockey, Stillman, Hejduk Sport, CCM a Winber. Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas radiožurnál. Partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou AAA Auto, Štojblin, Léčebné lázně Bohdaneč, Keto Diet, Vodovody a kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Charlotte TNT Trade, Alukov, Energie AG Bohemia, Marknet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa a údržba silnic Pardubického kraje, Napatax, Comia, EM Stav, Astex a Haspr, Elektroservice Modr, Finet Pardubice, Tekan, Mados MT, SAM Litomyšl, Bauxet.cz a Top Centrum. Dodavateli mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Rozvojový fond Pardubice, AB, Edera, Connectel, Flejny, Odrážovka, Bitfood, České dráhy, Rosengard, Patapuf, Red Tide, Bonte Catering, Chargebox, Wallfloor, Tiburon, Kohinor, Berser, Finlandia a Frenzel. Regionálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Aquacentrum Pardubice, Atrium Palác Pardubice, Deep Vision, Destinační společnost Východní Čechy, Kulturní centrum Pardubice, Dopravní podnik Pardubice, McDonald's, Dostihový spolek Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Lutická hora a regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje.
KYB, světový výrobce tlumičů v Pardubicích a Chrudění. Věříme v kvalitu, proto jsme hrdým sponzorem pardubického hokeje. Staňte se i vy členem našeho týmu. KYB, světový výrobce tlumičů.
ISBHF je Škodu i na vašem vozidle. Nově k povinnému ručení od 370 korun.
JTech Automotive Czech Pardubice se zabývá výrobou přesných mechanických dílů do převodovek a řízení. Tato společnost umí o své zaměstnance pečovat, proto se pro rok 2017 stala nejlepším zaměstnavatelem regionu. Staňte se tedy součástí něčeho, co má smysl. www.jtech.pa.com.
Máš zájem pracovat ve stabilní společnosti? Neváhej a kontaktuj nás. Předmětem naší činnosti je výstavba, rekonstrukce a opravy inženýrských sítí, úprava vodních toků, výstavba hrází a monolitických betonových konstrukcí. Vlastním technologickým vybavením a kapacitou provádíme jákové vrtání a nabízíme půjčování stavební mechanizace od drobné až po velké stavební stroje. Quiz Pardubice již 25 let s vámi.
(3-1). Portugal leads Switzerland in this game from Group B2 here in the Tip Sport Arena in Pardubice in the Czech Republic. Portugal got off to a quick start, led it 3-0. Switzerland had a couple of good power plays towards the end of the period, finally connected with just 2 seconds left to go in the period. There's Stefan Sidler, who was busy early in that period, gave up the 3 goals. Can't really blame him for any of them. And here's Daniel Medeiros, who was very busy late in the period and very good. Certainly can't blame him for the 1 goal that Portugal got, as Lucas Stahli was left all alone in front of the Portuguese goaltender. Just to update you, next door at the Small Hall, women's competition is underway. USA and Italy currently playing. They are late in the first period, and there is no score in Italy, USA, women's ball hockey. Day 3 for the men, women just getting going today. 18 men's teams, 6 women teams. Offside at the blue line.
Offside.
Face-off will come just outside. Eric Camara. And Chris Criador, the captain for Portugal. Right from the face-off, they break in. And that shot went wide. Great chance for Matthew Leal right from that face-off. Managed to sneak in. Off the boards. Criador. Great work by Mario Yanni to take it away. Now Criador's got it back to Gallant down into the corner. And right away, just 33 seconds in, it's going to be a penalty to Switzerland. High stick. It's Eric Camara down in the corner. There we see the Portuguese player. Come up around the boards. Oh, you see the stick came up there. It's number 66, Mario Yanni, and he will go for 2. And it is just the 2-minute high sticking penalty. So power play now for Portugal. Criador doesn't shoot it. To Duarte, sharp angle. Sidler made the save. Another big collision along the boards. Criador comes up with it back at the point. Comes back to Criador. Criador, his shot off the glove of Sidler. Montero lost it. Switzerland come away with it. They will clear it down the floor. Switzerland will make changes. Get 3 new players out there to help kill this penalty. Staying out there is Thomas Holl. Good pass up at the blue line and being stood up at the blue line. Interference is going to be the call. Looked like the defender was just standing there and Criador ran into him. We'll see. Let's take a look at it. Great pass here. They find Criador right there. And the defenseman, that's interference. Thomas Holl. Holl was in a tough spot there. I'm not sure what he's supposed to do. Jump out of the way. Carrera gets it down low, comes back to Carrera. Perez with one-timer, goes wide. David. Carrera. Carrera. David. Shot did not get through, and the Swiss clear it. 2-man advantage for Portugal. They gain the zone, set it up. No 19 seconds left to go in the penalty to Mario Yanni, the high sticking penalty. Cabral, save made by Sidler, and the ball is cleared again. So it is now just a 1-man advantage for Portugal, 5-on-4. That pass was headed back for Cabral, but he was headed off, shorthanded. Switzerland, Mario Yanni right out of the penalty box. There was a mix-up on the pass by Portugal. They tried to get it back to the player at the point. That was Cabral, but he was heading off the floor, and that led to the loose ball. Jumped on by Switzerland. The pass across from Stuckey. Mario Yanni. And Yanni, no mistake, buries it. And this game has taken on a whole new complexion from what it was halfway through the first period when Portugal led 3-0 and seemed to be in complete control. There was a timeout called just after that third goal. Again, it was announced here in the stadium that it was timeout Portugal. I've got to believe it was Switzerland who called the timeout, and if so, it has turned things around. And if it was Portugal who called the timeout, they're wishing they hadn't at this point. So it is still a power play for another 25 seconds for Portugal. That was a shorthanded goal by Yanni. Duarte will take it in around behind the goal. Back to Criador. Criador's shot off a leg over into the corner. Montero got it out in front, poking it away. Are the Swiss, and it will get out over the blue line. That'll do it. Penalty is now over. We are at even strength. So it was a 5-on-3 power play for Portugal. At the end of it all, just a shorthanded goal for Switzerland. On a turnaround. And it is 3-2. Duarte. Saved by Sidler off the blocker, up and out of play. And a little frustration right now from the Portuguese. And some of the fans on hand for this game, the Swiss fans. Hop Swiss! As they like to cheer. Senra played it back for the Portuguese. Goes in behind the goal. Macbeth working along the boards. Macbeth, who was shaken up earlier in this game, back out there. It's the second shift since took that hit down at the other end. Senra pinned against the boards. Close quarters over on that far side. Macbeth plays it back, but it's picked off by Pontes. Back behind the play. Penalty's been called to the Swiss. Thomas Hole, his second penalty. And he indicates to the Portuguese player that that was a dive. Referee didn't see it that way. Portugal back on the power play. See the gate open. Thomas Hole still arguing with the referee that the Portuguese player embellished that, or even worse, took a dive. Not going to win that argument. Power play. Portugal. Last time they gave up a shorthanded goal. I'd like to get that one back for sure. Ball goes to the boards and up over the glass. Face-off's going to come. Well, I thought it was going to be just outside the blue line. Yes, that's where it is. So Portugal will have to regain the offensive zone. They're back at their own blue line right now. Bad pass to the boards and cleared down the floor by Yves Stuckey. Duarte. Up ahead to Mueller. Sorry, up ahead to Perez. Perez brought it in, then drops it back to Duarte. Fanning on the pass was Carrera, and another shorthanded chance now for the Swiss. They'll hold it inside the blue line. Pass across into the feet. They'll fake the shot. The time ticking down the penalty, and great work there by Switzerland. That was number 65, Yannick Mueller. Backhand, shorthanded chance. Swiss, dangerous. Wall down a man. Mermoud over on the far side. Finds Mario Yanni. He's got a shorthanded goal already. Finally lost it. Up ahead. Duarte just onside. Mermoud's all over him. Kicks it free. Ball is kept in though. Duarte down into the corner. Back to pick it up and send it the length of the floor is Switzerland. It was Yves Stuckey getting back. 22 seconds to go in the man advantage. Great penalty kill so far for Switzerland. Creedor will dump it in right to the goalkeeper. He'll go in to chase it himself into the corner. Cut off by Mellinger. Depan is in there as well for Switzerland. Portugal win it back at the point. Carrera. Gallant with a shot. Stick save made by Sidler. Coming out of the penalty box, almost stealing it, was Hole. Portugal continuing the pressure. Ball turned over. Switzerland have it. It was lugged out by Lucas Stahli. Queera around the boards. Get it back. Up at center. Tipped in by Gallant. Gallant will go in to get it. He'll get there first for Portugal. To Macbeth. Macbeth. He turned it over. Dobelli. Drop pass. The ball came up and hit Sir Queera the side of the face and then went out of play. Chance for, well, this is where actually it was a stick that caught the Portuguese player. Well, Switzerland got away with one. They win the face-off. Ball goes high and out of play. They will bring the face-off out into the center floor area. .7:21 gone. Second period. 3-2. Portugal leads. They did lead it 3-0 halfway through the first. Saw this earlier today. Cayman Islands led their game against Hong Kong 3-0 halfway through the first. Ended up going to a shootout. Long shot over the top of the goal. Medeiros got a piece of it and then jumps on the ball as it comes off the end board. Talked about yesterday, the ball comes off the end boards quickly. Goaltenders have to be very aware of that. Shots that go wide end up out in front of the goal in a hurry. And you see Sidler, he's waiting for it. Cover it up, stop the play right there. And Medeiros is shaken up down in the crease. That's the reason for the delay. Trainer is out to talk to the Portuguese goalkeeper. Seeing if he can walk it off. Pretty good limp going there. It's not a good sign, but says he's going to stay in apparently. Keep an eye on Daniel Medeiros. Yeah, I'm not sure. He doesn't look very good to me. Knocking a little better now. Okay. He says, I'm fine, I can do this. Face-off wasn't done fairly. They'll redo it. Down to the right of Medeiros as he continues to pace in the crease, trying to walk off. Twisted his leg. He was walking on it somewhat gingerly a moment ago. Quiroga gets it out for Portugal. Senra back at the blue line. Into the corner. Portugal on it. Behind the goal for Senra. Senra towards the goal. Save made by Sidler. Cleared away by Mueller. Up ahead. Through the middle. Agater. Laid it off on the right side. Shot came in from Stuckey and Medeiros made the save. Looked okay on that. Swiss will keep it in. Throw it in front. Cleared away quickly by Portugal. Matthew David into the corner. Stahli's on him. Stahli, David battling. Stahli comes away with it. Lifts it down the floor. Racing back there is Creador. No flooring. He'll get there first. Creador into the middle. Duarte. Up ahead. Tipped in by Gonsalves. Ball came through the crease, came out the other side. Slidnick was there. Knocked away from him. He'll go back with it. Matthew Slidnick. Up ahead to Kohler. Kohler will retreat. Go up on the other side looking for Mario Yanni. Taken away from him, Portugal. 3 across. Ball doesn't get through. Good defensive play by Kohler. David behind the goal. Comes right out in front as it bounced around. Nobody saw it right away. Finally cleared by the Swiss. Out to center, hopped over the stick of Yanni. Duarte plays it back. Cerqueira, he lost it. Shot comes in wide of the goal from Slidnick. Duarte on the boards. Portugal get it out. Pass broken up by Dobelli. Perez plays it back. Criador. Carrera. Up ahead for Cabral, offside at the Swiss blue line. 10:20 gone here in the second. Short-handed goal by Mario Yanni has got the Swiss within 1. Their second goal of the championship. They were shut out in their opening game 6-0 against the Czech Republic. Portugal lost their opener 3-1 to the United States. Up towards the blue line, knocked down in front, cleared away by Roca. Fena with a shot. Medeiros made the save. Agater out in front. Shot scores! Patrick Dobelli has tied it for Switzerland. From 3 goals down, they've come all the way back. Second time today we've seen this script. Great no-look pass by Alessio Fena. Right onto the stick of Patrick Dobelli. And the game is tied. Timeout Team Portugal, which tells us that that first timeout was indeed called by Switzerland. It's the only thing that made sense, frankly. So both teams have used their timeouts. Switzerland's was used to great effect. They were down 3-0 when they called their timeout. Now it's tied 3-3. What Portugal can do with their timeout if they can change the tide of affairs here.
Timeout is over.
Come the Swiss again, crashing the crease. A penalty's been called. Now the referee's indicated it's a goal. And the Portuguese will not be happy about this, but the Swiss celebrate. Just seconds after they tied it. to the side of the goal. Players tripped up, crashes into the goalkeeper. The ball put in on the rebound. That's absolutely nothing Medeiros could do. But because it was the Portuguese player, the penalty sent the Swiss player into the goalkeeper. The ball was still loose and then tucked home. So even though the goalkeeper was contacted, it was as a result of a penalty by the Portuguese. That goal's going to stand. Now there it is, put up on the board. 4-3 for Switzerland. Yannick Stecki gets credit with the goal. Senra. Right in front of the crease, cleared away. Swiss come away with it. Mellinger. Rafael Mellinger in over the blue line, lost control of it. Dumped back out by Portugal. Hustling down to get it, Gonzalez. He's turning, got Duarte out in front. Backhand save made by Sidler. Ball high in the air, down the floor, right to Medeiros. Gonzalez knocked off his stick. Kept in by Portugal momentarily. Swiss will bring it out. Hole. He lost it at the blue line. Collision right at center. Referee says play on. It's backhanded in by Mark Mueller of Switzerland. Creador is in there for Portugal along with Feina of Switzerland. Switzerland come up with it along the boards. Mueller behind the goal, just beyond the reach of Dobelli. And the Hop Swiss cheer goes up for the Swiss fans that are in attendance. Dobelli poked it in. Portugal have it mid-floor. Good pass across to Duarte into the middle. Picked off nicely by Agater. Stuckey. And the trailer on that play was Sterke, who got the last goal. Got that shot from the blue line towards the goal. Medeiros has it. Covers it up. And the Portuguese now looking at each other, questioning what's going on. Not a good sign. See Cabral trying to get in there. The ball went into Medeiros, made the save. Minute 17 left to go, second period. What an eventful period it's been. 3 straight goals by the Swiss. Guerrero got it up as far as the blue line, then it was turned over by the Swiss. Stali to the front of the goal, cleared away by Carrera of Portugal. Down the floor, icing or flooring if you prefer. Again, most call it icing, flooring in the rule book. They announce icing here in the stadium. Whatever you like to call it, it's going to bring the face-off down to the left of Daniel Medeiros. Face-off won by the Portuguese. They've got the drums going. The Swiss have got the hop Swiss. Long shot. Medeiros got a piece of it. Comes back out in front. Mueller with a couple of whacks. Mueller's got it in now along the boards. Out shot by Dobelli. Save made by Medeiros. Matthew David knocked off his stick by Dobelli. David turning. Gets it over. Save made by Sidler, and a great scoring chance, and a Portuguese player is down and injured. Took a shot to the face. The shot on goal was from Justin Cabral. Great save by Sidler. Matthew David knocked down at center. Has a look around. No call, so he keeps going. Here's Cabral with the shot. And there you see, that's Matthew David. Took a high stick from Alessio Faina. I don't know if the referees caught it as the shot was coming on goal, as he was racing towards the front of the net looking for a possible rebound. The tip of Faina's stick came right up and caught David. And Matthew David is saying, why is that not a penalty? And the referee giving the only answer he can give. Didn't see it. Just 15 seconds to go here in the second. The referee out at the blue line didn't like the way that face-off was conducted. Actually, I think he's saying he thought it had gone out and put up the hands and say sort of my fault. Shot is blocked up high as Sequeira didn't get it through. It was blocked by Stuckey. As time runs out and Sequeira and Stuckey come together, and now we've got a little rumble down in the corner. Two players came together. Referees in there very quickly. Great job by the officials to separate the players. No more comes of that. What a period for Switzerland. They trailed it 3-0 after 8 minutes of play in the first period. Got one back late, just 2 seconds left in the first period, and rode that momentum through the second period. Added 3 more. They now lead it 4-3 as we head to the third period of this game. You're watching the 2017 ISBHF World Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic. We'll be back with the third period in just under 10 minutes.
Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas radiožurnál. Partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou AAA Auto, Štojbly, léčebné lázně Bohdarač, Ketolie, vodovody, kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Charlotte, TNT Trade, Auto, Energie AG Bohemia, Marknet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa a údržba silnic Pardubického kraje, Napatas, Comia, EM Stav, Astex a Aspr, Elektroservis Bodr, Finet Pardubice, Tekam, Mados MT, SAM Litomyši, Auxen.cz a Top.cz. Dodavateli mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Rozvojový fond Pardubice, ABT, Edera, Konektor, Flejny, Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Lutická Hora a regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje.
KYB, světový výrobce tlumičů v Pardubicích a Chrudimi. Věříme v kvalitu, protože jsme hrdým sponzorem pardubického hokeje. Staňte se i vy členem našeho týmu. KYB, světový výrobce tlumičů.
Při pojištění klika od ČPP kryje škodu i na vašem vozidle. Nově k povinnému ručení od 370 korun.
Čejtek Automotiv Czech Pardubice se zabývá výrobou přesných mechanických dílů do převodovek a řízení. Tato společnost umí o své zaměstnance pečovat, proto se pro rok 2017 stala nejlepším zaměstnavatelem regionu. Staňte se tedy součástí něčeho, co má smysl. www.čejtek.com.
Máš zájem pracovat ve stabilní společnosti? Neváhej a kontaktuj nás. Předmětem naší činnosti je výstavba, rekonstrukce a opravy inženýrských sítí, úprava vodních toků, výstavba hrází a monolitických betonových konstrukcí. Vlastním technologickým vybavením a kapacitou provádíme jádrové vrtání a nabízíme půjčování stavební mechanizace od drobné až po velké stavební stroje. Kviz Pardubice již 25 let s vámi.
3 goals by the Swiss in that second period have them out in front of this game 4-3 against Portugal. Portugal had led it 3-0. The 8-minute mark of the first period. Haven't been able to score since, and the Swiss scored 4 straight. Highlighted by a shorthanded goal by Mario Yanni in that second period. Portugal had a 5-on-3 power play. Just as the first penalty expired, Yanni broke out and scored shorthanded, and that seemed to really ignite the Swiss. And they came back with 2 more quick ones, and we have a game now in which the Swiss lead by 1 goal, a game that the Portuguese seem to be in complete control of early in this one. So it should be an interesting finish to this game. Had a great morning so far here at Tipsport. It's our second game. In the first game, Cayman Islands, very similar to the Portuguese, led 3-0 against Hong Kong. Halfway through the first period, Hong Kong came back, tied that game up 3-3 at the end of regulation. Cayman Islands won it in a shootout. All right, we're underway here in the third period. Ball goes down into the Swiss end. Stolly around the boards, not out, kept in there by Sequeira, and then the ball goes out of play at the Swiss bench. Face-off will take place right at center.
Team Portugal goalkeeper change, out of goal number 29, Daniel Medeiros, and into the goal number 45, Justin Cruz.
So we mentioned that Daniel Medeiros was shaken up towards the end of that second period. Said he didn't look very good, wasn't putting a lot of weight on that leg. He has been replaced to start this third period by Justin Cruz in goal for Portugal. Medeiros did stay in, made a couple of saves, but between periods they decided to make the change. So Cruz in goal now. Pile up behind the goal, that dislodges the goal. They'll get a face-off. See Justin Cabral trying to work it to the front and ends up getting pushed onto the back of the Swiss goal. Duarte in to take the face-off for Portugal. Wins it cleanly. Shot came in from Gonzalez, but didn't get through, but a great face-off win by Duarte. Right to Gonzalez. Shot was blocked. Back come the Swiss, knocked off their stick out at the blue line, taken by Portugal. Here's Duarte. Montero. Back to Gonzalez, and second time his shot didn't get to the goal. Dobelli turning at center. They'll keep it in. Shot by Mueller, and the save made by Justin Cruz. Portugal win the face-off down into the corner. Quiroga played it over to the far side. In there quickly for Switzerland was Mermoud. Mermoud back towards the blue line. Shot. Trickles past Cruz. Yes, it did get in over the goal line. Just barely. Shot from Yannick Mueller at the point. Cruz got a good piece of it, but we could see from here the ball trickled between the pads, and before the Portuguese player could come in and clear it away, it got in over the goal line. There's the shot from Mueller. There's the ball in over the goal line, then pulled away by Quiroga, but too late. So Switzerland picking up just where they left off at the end of the second period, now have a 5-3 lead. Minute 30 into the third period. Switzerland give themselves a little bit of room now, a 2-goal lead. Yannick Mueller. The goal.
Goal for Team Switzerland scored by number 65, Yannick Miller, assisted by number 2, Alexander Mernon. Match score 3-5.
Mahmoud picks up the assist on the Mueller goal. Heal puts it in around behind the goal. Battling for it down there is Senra. Comes to the boards. Macbeth has it taken away up towards the blue line. Switzerland now will clear it. Down the floor, running onto it is Schlidnick. To the front of the goal. Crashing into the goaltender was Stahli, and here we go again, pushing, shoving. Stahli's a big man. And he's going to go to the penalty box along with the Portuguese player. But again, crashing the net, looking for a rebound is Stahli. A little too aggressive, according to the Portuguese. Ball comes off the end, sideboards rather, and then you hate to see a collision with a goalkeeper, especially after you've already had one shaken up and had to come out of the game. They're down the ice. Down the ice. There's one. I got one in this game. Cleared down the floor by Senra. Swiss will bring it back. Sharp angle hits the side of the goal. Cleared over into the corner. Carrera. Feina on him quickly. They get it to Criador. Long pass. Trying to catch up to it was Senra, but just beyond his reach. Actually, that pass was by Sequeira. Tried to play it off towards, didn't get the angle quite right to get it to Senra.
Number 18, Joe Montes from Team Portugal, 2 minutes for roughing.
We're 4 aside on the 2 roughing penalties that were called a moment ago. Ball at center, Sequeira. Over to Carrera. Ball is still in, and the Swiss get it. Clear it right down to Cruz. And Cruz not taking any chances. The conservative play. Hold on to it. Justin Cruz coming into the game to start this third period. Daniel Medeiros, the starting goaltender, shaken up towards the end of the second. Stayed in to finish the period. Portugal win the faceoff down to the corner. Criador. Chris Criador. Left it there, meant it to go to his defense partner, stolen by the Swiss, and Schlidnick had a great chance. David in behind the goal. Quiroga back to Matthew David. David here on the left side. He's got it again. David. Quiroga. He lost it. A chance for Depan. And played away by Cruz, and the Portuguese fans again think that the Swiss running the goaltender a little bit. Down at the blue line, turning off the boards, taken there by Quiroga. He'll dump and chase. Back there is Feina for the Swiss. Quiroga doing good work, gets it out in front. The only one there is Pascal Kohler for Switzerland. Feina had a bit of a break, but the player coming out of the penalty box broke that up. Now they get it in front. Shot went off Creador in front. Shot from hole was knocked down. Brought back out by the Portuguese. Player knocked down. Switzerland come up with it, but stolen right back again. Gonzalez, and then he lost it. Cleared down the floor. Portugal back to get it. Ryan Leal all the way across to Duarte. They've gained the offensive zone, so they bring it in off the stick of Camara. Camara down into the corner. Camara working behind the goal, gets it out in front. Sidler will cover it up. See the wraparound attempt by Camara, and Sidler is there to cover up the loose ball. Out towards center. Leal tried to play it in and went off of Yves Stuckey out of play. Face off just outside the Swiss blue line. 4:58 gone here in the third period. The Swiss have added a goal. Now lead it 5-3. From outside, right on goal. Easy save for Sidler, and Camara crashing his way to the front of the goal. Roca with a good shot, but from well out, and absolutely no traffic in front of Sidler, so easy save for the Swiss goalkeeper. Swiss coaching staff directing traffic from the bench. Right from the face-off, a quick shot from Camara as Duarte won the face-off. Sidler had to be quick to react. Duarte wins the face-off, and Camara's just right there in his right. Got his stick in there between a couple of Swiss players. Got away a pretty good shot. That face-off was won by Stahli of Switzerland. Comes back to the point off the side of the goal. Right through the crease, bounces back and forth. Cleared out. 2-on-1 here for Switzerland. Pass into the feet of Schlidnick. Couldn't get the shot away. Schlidnick has it in front off his stick. 277's going to the corner. Schlidnick then Roca. Schlidnick's got his heel on top of the ball. They can't move it. Referee looking right in there. Finally, they've had enough of that. Face off. Well, let's see. They're going to talk about it. From what we could see, there you see the chance for Schlidnick on that 2-on-1 pass just a little off the mark. It went in between his feet. As I was saying, I thought the face-off should come outside. Schlidnick was standing on top of the ball. Here's that 2-on-1 again. The pass just a little bit in behind, and no scoring opportunity coming as a result. That pass is out in front a little bit more. It could be 6-3. Carrera. They move it up to Gallant. Gallant is stopped along the boards. Mueller. Back to Feina. Whistle goes. It's a Portuguese player injured, hobbling, making his way to the bench. See if we can see here on the replay what happened and who it was. Carrera looks like, yeah, he reaches for that ankle right away. His foot just kind of seemed to stick on him a little bit there on the floor. Now again a discussion about where the face-off should be. They blew the play dead to attend to the injured Portuguese player, so the face-off will stay deep in the Portuguese end. And there's been a penalty called from all that. Sequeira is going to go. Power play, Switzerland, and their power play has looked very good in this game. Stuckey, down low they'll work it. Sturkey and Stuckey. This is Sturkey. Holding is the call. Shot off the end boards. Mellinger gets it across. That shot went wide. Mellinger's got it again. Mellinger down low. Back to Mellinger. Mahmoud is in front of the goal. Back to Stuckey. Stuckey, shot. Mellinger off the end boards. Didn't get much on that. Battle for it down low. Mellinger wins it. Back at the point. Stuckey. Sturkey. Off of Cruz. Out of play. Justin Cruz with a good save. Swiss moved it around nicely. Good shot a couple of times. There's Mellinger getting it off the end boards again. Just didn't get much on that. Didn't have time to react. Then they come back to the point. There's the big one-timer. Saved by Cruz. One of a couple of saves he made. Still 52 seconds to go in the power play. Now it's Mueller back on the point along with Feina. Yannick Mueller over on the left side. Feina. Mueller off the goal post. Straight back out again. Macbeth short-handed. They need to get something going. Macbeth down low. Gave it away at the side of the goal. But Macbeth doing good work, killing time on this power play of Switzerland. 18 seconds remaining in the Portuguese penalty. But just a moment ago, Mark Mueller rang it off the goal post. Big Cruz beaten cleanly. Penalty's over. We're back at even strength. Portuguese weather that storm, and the storm it was as the Swiss had great control of the ball. A couple of good shots and a couple of good saves by Cruz, and then a goal post. Flipped out in front, and they'll let that go right to Cruz. He'll cover it up. .8:27 gone, third period. That one that comes off the goal post and straight back out again off the stick of Mark Mueller. Five aside. Depan in around behind the goal. Picked up by Ryan Leal of Portugal. He'll leave it back there for Roca. Danny Roca. Up for Matthew David. He's got a step. Matthew David. And a good recovery by Lucas Stahli. I think David had a step on him. David got it. Shoots. Save made by Sidler. Ball cleared to the boards. Kept in. Leal. Drops it back. Roca. Cabral tried a little give and go. Taken away by the Swiss. They read that one. In over the blue line, dump it down in deep. Up at center. That's broken up. Again, intercepted. Brought back in by the Swiss. They'll dump it down low. Roke is there. Hits the boards hard. Agater. Again keeping it deep for the Swiss. Ball goes up and out of play. Face-off will stay in the Portuguese end of the floor. 5-3. Switzerland lead it. Matthew David looking like he has a step, and there's the great play by Lucas Stahli to knock it off the stick of David. Just as he looked like he was getting ready to pull the trigger or cut in front. Clean face-off win by the Swiss. Shot on goal. Madeiro's got a piece of it, and then it trickled wide. Patrick Dobelli already scored one from that area. That's kept onside by the Swiss. Carrera. He lost it, turned it over. Hard shot from down low by Mueller. Comes back to Mueller. Back at the point. Hole his shot on goal. Cruz made the save. Hole's on. You see this one right off the faceoff, right back to Dobelli. Took him a second to gather it, then got away a pretty good shot. Madeiro's got Cruz got a piece of it. And the long shot from outside, covered up by Cruz. Stolen away by the Swiss again. Dobelli, or Stuckey rather. Now it's in front. Big save by Cruz. And finally, Portugal get it. Criador moved it out. Monteiro in over the blue line, but offside against Portugal. 4 minutes exactly to go. Switzerland playing a great defensive game right now since they took that 5-3 lead. Clogging up the middle of the floor, not giving Portugal any opportunity to get going. They'll dump the ball down. Cruz forced to hang on to it. Face off in the Team Portugal end of the floor. The second of 6 games we have for you today. 2 big ones coming up next. 2 o'clock local time, Finland and Canada. That'll be followed at 4:30, USA and the Czech Republic. Games in the men's division. They'll be followed by our first women's game, Czech Republic and Greece. Switzerland come up with it. Mario Yanni cutting in front and cleared away at the last second by Brian Criador. Whistle goes. Penalty to Portugal on the play. Ryan Leal will get the penalty for the trip or the slash right there. He sends the Swiss player sprawling. It's bad and getting worse for Portugal right now. Down by 2. Now down by a man as well. Face off won by Switzerland. They can't hold it in. Mueller, Mark Mueller. Ufena. Again, Swiss player knocked down. No penalty this time. Be a delayed offside if the Portuguese touch it. Patrick Dobelli. In over the blue line. Pass was intercepted. Portugal can't afford to just clear it down the floor. They need to try and go on the offense, even though they're shorthanded. Swiss recover. Stuckey will give it to Mellinger. Not in over the blue line. Forced back into their own end again. Stuckey. And down in the corner, just as that ball was cleared, Swiss player's gone down. Yves Stuckey. This is not it. That's where Dobelli thought he was tripped up coming off the boards. You see Portugal trying to go on the power play and a good defensive play, or trying to go on the attack shorthanded. Well, Stuckey, he's up, and Macbeth is going to head to the penalty box. So if it was bad and getting worse, it's gotten worser. 2 men in the penalty box for Portugal. 2 men down. Still 56 seconds left in the initial penalty to Ryan Leal. And we're down to 2:27 left to go in the third period. Mellinger. Here on the near side, they gain the offensive zone. Mellinger allowed to walk in, elects not to shoot it. That shot comes in. Cruz made the save. Switzerland are on it. Stuckey. Actually, that's Mellinger. This is Stuckey. His shot. That's blocked. Great job out at the blue line by Mellinger to knock it down. Raphael Mellinger. Now we'll try the other side. Shot blocked, and that stung. That was Adam Carrera who went down to block that shot for Portugal and heads right to the bench. So Stuckey's chance. Cruz with the save. Then they'll go the other side. Carrera racing out to block it. One last chance with the 2-man advantage. The shot, save, left pad by Cruz. First penalty's over. It's the 5-on-4 advantage, and that pass misfires, went right between the feet of Alessio Fena. He's got to go back to pick it up from his goalkeeper, Sidler. 48 seconds to go in the man advantage for Switzerland. Just over a minute left to go in the game. Switzerland leading it by 2. Seem to be in complete control right now. Shot right on goal. A good one and a good save made by Cruz. Hard shot by Dobelli. Over in the small hall where the women's competition has just gotten underway, it is late in the second period. USA and Italy, and the Italian women lead at 1-0. A shot goes wide there. Cruz will take it off the inboards. Hold on to it. We're under a minute to go in this game. 55 seconds left to go. Again, Italy leading USA 1-0 late in the second period. Games from the small hall, by the way, are being streamed without commentary, which some of you may or may not prefer. Face-off not done fairly. Swiss player will be waved out. It's Mahmoud coming in to take it Mario Yanni. Ball comes to the boards. Battle ensues down there. Portugal come away with it. Behind the play, referee has given a penalty, not just a penalty. That's Brian Creador. There's more than just a penalty here. As a Swiss player is down, couldn't see it. It's down beneath the boards. The referee has ejected Brian Creador. He's picked up a game. Creador getting into it with some of the fans, the Swiss fans. Yves Stukets, twice he's been shaken up in the last few minutes. He was down the corner down the other side, or the other end of the rink a moment ago. The referee goes over to Creador. Creador is making his way to the dressing room. There you see him on his way out. A little better interaction with some of these young fans. Good to see. Yeah, he's actually going to stop and sign an autograph. Good for him. Stuckey getting up because he was having some harsh words with some fans in behind the penalty box a moment ago. He's calmed down, and young ball hockey fans, he recognizes that you have to be on your best behavior around them, so we'll give him credit for that. He's still down there signing autographs, surrounded by a bunch of young Czech fans, ball hockey fans. There's a youth ball hockey tournament happening at the two temporary outdoor rinks out in the parking lot, so a lot of young kids around today. Ball goes high in the air here into the stands. As I came to the arena this morning, the young players were just getting ready to get started, and I would guess somewhere in the 7, 8, 9-year-old category, quite young kids. There are two temporary outdoor rinks with the boards and such out in the parking lot, out in they call the fan zone. As this one is winding down, Swiss just seem content to move the ball around. 23 seconds to go in the game. Ball goes up into the mesh and out of play. We'll get a face-off. 16 seconds left to go in this one. It will be a Swiss victory. Portugal will go to 0-2. Switzerland 1-1. First 8 minutes of this game, it looked like Portugal might be off and running. They scored 3 goals in fairly quick succession. Had the Swiss on the run. Had a feeling of one of those games where the score could get out of hand. Instead, Switzerland came back. Got one before the period ended. That goal with just 2 seconds to go in the period really ignited the Swiss team. Those late goals can be killers, and they were for the Portuguese. And the Swiss scored 3 unanswered in the second. They've added 1 here in the third. And as the buzzer is about to go, there it is. Swiss complete the comeback. What a game it was. Switzerland win it 5-3. All right, you don't want to miss our next 2 games. 2 games in the men's A division at 2 o'clock local time here in the Czech Republic. Finland and Canada. Finland lost their opening game 3-1 to the 2-time defending world champion Slovakians. Gave them all they could handle, gave them a very good game, looked good in that one. Canada squeaked out a victory, overtime in a shootout against Greece. So they'd like to have maybe a little better effort in this one, but they're going to be in tough against the young Finns. Finns with the youngest, or one of the youngest teams in the tournament. Switzerland actually the youngest. Average age 25, Finland average age 27. Anyway, Canada will be in against them. And then at 4:30, the United States 1-0 against the Czech Republic. 2-0. Czech Republic have won big both their games, 6-0, 12-0. And there have been big crowds here on hand at Tipsport for all the Czech games. And that'll be followed by our first women's game. Also, the Czech Republic taking on Great Britain. So lots happening here at Tipsport over the next few hours. You don't want to miss it. Come back and join us. 2 o'clock, Finland, Canada, here at the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic.
Dámy a pánové, nyní vyhlásíme nejlepší hráče utkání. Ladies and gentlemen, now we announce the best players of the game. Ceny předává Ondřej Průša. Places are awarded by Ondřej Průša. Nejlepší hráč utkání z týmu Portugalska, best player from team Portugal, is player number 91, Chris Cerqueira. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise up for the national anthem of Team Switzerland. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. We are looking forward to see you again.